Welcome back. This is Nigeria 2015, and today we're asking the question, or attempting to find reasons for the reactions to the suggestion by the National Security Advisor that the date for the 2015 elections be shifted so that INEC can find enough time to distribute the permanent voters' cards. But while we're in the studio discussing, just move over to the news studios where Adeshawa Josh is standing by to give us a look at the headlines.
That's right. Thank you so much, Nyota. Let's take you through our top stories this hour. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has given the assurance that the dates fixed for the general elections next month will be respected and that it is working towards making sure that the polls hold as scheduled. Well, this is according to the INEC chairman, Professor Tahiru Jagao, who told a gathering in Abuja that the commission is prepared to distribute the voter cards up until February the 13th if it becomes very necessary. The INEC boss, however, refused to respond to the comment by the National Security Advisor, advising the umpire to delay the polls in order to allow for adequate distribution of the permanent voter cards. In the meantime, the campaign train of the All Progressive Grand Alliance has continued to woo supporters across the state to vote for its governorship candidate, Captain Henry Iheanacho. At its latest stop in Hoaji Egbema local government area, the captain promised the people that if elected, his administration will ensure that the development in the oil-producing area will be measurable to the oil derivation proceeds. He also advised and promised to provide good roads, pipe-borne water, and quality health care for the people. And away from politics, over 26 billion naira has been disbursed to the agriculture sector to help boost crop production in the dry season. And this was announced by the president at the AgriFest event, which was held at the Eagle Square in the nation's capital, Abuja. President Goodluck Jonathan said the sector has grown enough to be a buffer for the nation in the face of dwindling oil prices. On the international scene, pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine have rejected peace talks with the government. Rebel leader Alexander Zaharchenko said his forces would push the front line back to the border of the Donetsk region. Ukraine, Russia, and also Germany and France have issued a call to that fighting. And on Thursday, Ukrainian government troops withdrew from Donetsk airport's main terminal, are seeing a bit of fighting in recent weeks. The government said the military still retained control of parts of the airport, but 6 soldiers have died and 16 have been wounded so far. Those are the top stories this hour. Is back to you, Nyota.
Thank you, Shewa. But you out there can also be a part of the conversations. Remember, online platforms are all there for you to join the conversation via the Twitter handle. You can use the hashtag Nigeria 2015, hashtag PVC collected, and hashtag PVC not collected, and tweet at any of the handles at the bottom, at Channel CV or at Nyota Egbe. If you have comments or questions, you can send them to Nigeria2015@channelcv.com. We do have some of them that have come in here. For instance, we have this one from Ekerete Akpaidio, who says, I'm a bit worried. INEC doesn't seem to have a clear action plan on PVC distribution. Not sure shifting would fix it. That's from Ekerete Akpaidio. But then, let's hear from the INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, what they have to say, their reaction to the suggestion to shift the date for the elections.
The Commission, a long time ago, issued dates for the elections. In accordance with the law, also issued a notice of election in which it's fixed February the 14th for the presidential and National Assembly elections and the 28th for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections. For now, the Commission is committed to those dates. It has made plans and made arrangements to conduct elections on those days. I am not aware of any communication between the National Security Advisor or any government official to the effect requesting a postponement. The prerogative of fixing dates for the election remains that of INEC. It is its constitutional responsibility and duty, and it does not. Of course, we take advice from different quarters as the need may arise, and takes a lot into consideration in fixing those dates. But for now, the Commission is committed to those dates and is working towards that. If and when official communication is received, it may be considered on its merits, but the Commission for now is working towards those dates.
a representative of the Independent National Electoral Commission there, reacting to the suggestion that the date for the 2015 general elections be shifted. Well, one of the things they pointed out is the fact that PVC distribution has been extended to February the 13th, so everybody has more opportunities, more time to go collect their permanent voters' cards. But let's come back to the guest in the studio. During the break, we were joined by Achike Chude, who is also public affairs commentator. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure.
You've listened to the conversation. Just before you came in, Mr. Odumakin was talking about the fact that there's a need to possibly move the date a little bit.
I think the organization, the institution that is in the best position to make a categorical and definitive statement about that is the Independent National Electoral Commission. They are in the know. They understand the logistics more. They know exactly why we are where we are. And of course, there is no doubt that they will take the major blame for inability to distribute the PVCs. But there is no doubt that this situation, from what they are saying, they believe that it can be rectified. And so if we decide to say, well, that they are not in the best position to actually talk about the PVC, then you ask yourself, who is in the best position? We agree that all is not well. But you look at the statement they have made to the effect that they are able to live up to expectation in spite of the anomalies that have led us to where we are today. And then the implication of postponing an election, which is, as far as I'm concerned, including a presidential election, unprecedented in the, especially from 1999 to date. This is an INEC that has conducted 4 general elections in the country. And at no time were we ever in this situation where elections generally across board will have to be postponed because they failed to deliver on something. You expect to have an INEC that is vastly improved in experience and being able to make sure that they have the proper logistics to get this thing distributed. That has happened, but I think that the call, personally, for me, to postpone this election is a very dangerous one, and it leads us to a a place that is unpredictable and unknown, and it will lead us through uncharted waters and territories. And I do not think that this country that is so tensed up at this particular point in time with so much suspicion across board can afford to have this kind of a monumental decision to postpone an election. First of all, in order to do that, you have to get the buy-in of the political actors.
Before we go into